All right. So now errors for the hidden layer, okay, they come from each of the two nodes. An error for node 6 comes to 3, and error for node 7 comes to 3 as well. So we have to take these two errors, combine them. Okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to take a weighted sum of the two errors. So for node 3 to node 7, the current weight is say node 3, okay, to node 6 is that, and node 3 to node 7, okay, so node 3 to node 7 is that. Okay. Now error coming in from node 6, that's the error of node 6, and this is the error of node 7. So we're going to multiply the weight with the error. So we have an error coming from 6, and we multiply by the weight. The error coming from 7 multiplied by the weight, and add the two, and that becomes the error for node 3 that we will use to adjust its weight. Okay? So weight times error, weight times error, and we add the two. And that's our error for node 3. Okay. And then we have the old weight for node 3. Okay, so we have node 3, these are the three weights for node 3. And again, we multiply the error by the learning rate and add it to the old weight. That's our new weight for node 3. And then we do the same thing for nodes 4 and 5. So node 4, node 4 to 6 weight, node 4 to 6, that's the weight. Node 4 to 7, node 4 to 7, that's the weight. Okay. And the error for node 6 and 7, so there we already have it here, or we can go back up here and get it from here. So node error for node 6, error for node 7, and once again we multiply the error by the learning rate and add it to the weights. So which is what we did here. Did here. Okay. So weight times error. So that's the, we have to first compute the total error, and we sum that. So that's the error for node 4. So error for node 4, okay, so that's your error for node 4, and we need to multiply this by the learning rate and add it to the old weights. So the old weights for node 4 are these. And so now we can copy that here. So we take the old weight and add learning rate proportion of the error to it. So, and then we repeat for node 5. So node 5 to 6, node 5 to 6, the old weight, and then node 5 to 7, the weight. Okay, so we use the old weights for, not the revised weights, the old weights. And the error, okay, node 6 error and node 7 error, and then we do a weighted sum like here. So if we copy these three here, so then we get the error for 5. So that's the error for 5. Okay. And the old weights for node 5 are here. And now we can copy these three here, and you get your new weights. So now we have successfully completed first observation. Okay, we revised these weights first, and then we moved back to the hidden layer, and we updated these three biases and these weights. Okay. Now the first observation is complete. Okay, now start the second one. Go through this process, and then the third one, and then the fourth one, and so on. So every time you go through this iteration, so you have an error, and the error comes back, and then you make adjustments to the weights with the error, then you keep going like that. So one epoch is going through all the observations one time. That's one epoch. And then you start over again, second epoch, okay, and the third epoch, and so on. And you stop when the adjustments made are very small. If the weights are not changing very much at all, then you stop. So that's what is called converging. So the weights converge to an optimal value. Sometimes it may not converge. In the example that we're going to look at, there are a couple of instances where it doesn't converge. It goes through 10,000 epochs and it still doesn't converge. So the default number of epochs in R is 10,000. And it still doesn't converge, then you need to try a simpler model or a different model, and so on.